Hello everyone and welcome to vlog 539. Today I'm going to be recapping my Catalina Island trip. Just a basic recap, and then just what's coming up tomorrow. I'm going to Mammoth. And not that you're really surprised, you're like, oh, here it goes again. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to Mammoth, which is actually today for me, but the vlog is going to be tomorrow. So anyways, vlog 539, let's get on with it. So, I got on the boat at like, let's see. Oh yeah, my boat, sorry, I wasn't thinking. My boat was at 4 o'clock, Catalina Express, San Pedro to Avalon. So I took my boat out all the way out to Avalon. Avalon's an awesome city. Like, I didn't realize how cool it is. Like, everything's so small and close together. So I kind of want to take a vacation there. And there, you know, trash cans. You know, those are real things. So obviously, so the people that empty them, they ride on segways around and they tow these big dumpsters. And they pour the trash cans in a dumpster and then tow the dumpsters with a segway. So that was really cool around Avalon. Everyone in Avalon, there's like not really any cars. You drive around in a golf cart. That's really cool because the streets are narrow. So yeah, that was just a really cool experience. I went in for ice cream. I'm like, yeah, let's ice cream while we walk up to camp. And then the whole Boy Scout troop comes in from their 12-mile hike and they're like, oh, what did you do to deserve ice cream? So that was that. So everyone all of a sudden came in. And then, so, you know, the troop had been hiking the whole day and I just got there, but I was still wearing my backpack because the troop put their backpacks at camp and I still had mine. And we were all sitting eating ice cream and some people walked by and they saw like, oh, congratulations guys, good work. And then they saw me with the backpack and everyone else didn't have it. And they ran up and gave me $5, so that was insane. But I gave it to the troop. I'm like, I actually didn't hike today. I don't deserve $5. So anyways, we went up to camp, Avalon Camp. It was called Hermit Gulch. It was actually really, really nice. I like it. The bathrooms were not porta potties. That was good. They had like a vending machine. The campsite was just really nice. And then the next day we get up ready for the hike. I was kind of excited. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this. And I shouldn't have been. It was pretty much the worst day of my life. It was terrible, okay? It was so bad. It was 10 miles, but it was up and down the whole time. We went 1.7 miles uphill. That took us like 2 or 3 hours out of Hermit Gulch onto the ridge line. We followed the ridge for maybe like 2 miles most, like just going up and down on the ridge, not too hard. And then all of a sudden we had to get off the ridge. We went down and then went on these more bumps just out in the field. And then we finally went down a big hill to a playground where we took a nice 30-45 minute break, refilled on water, played on the seesaw, Boy Scout stuff, but it was actually pretty fun. I haven't been to a playground in a while. And then we started hiking again. We went up, and then we went across, and we kept going, and then we went down, 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 and all the way around, and in the bottom of the canyon, and then we went all the way up. We went all the way up to the top, and then we started going down, and we met up with the road again, and we went down, 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 and then we went into another canyon and went all the way up, and then we started going down another canyon. We crossed another road, and then we went up the worst hill ever. It was like a quadruple bam, like stabbing yourself 4 times. It was like you went up this huge steep hill, and when you get to the top, you see like a 15-foot little flat part, and then another huge hill, and then you go up that like death. And I almost fainted actually when I got to the top. I just had to sit down for so long and drink water, and then I finally made it to the top of that hill. And there was another steep hill. I went to the top, another steep hill, and it was like crazy. We must have gained like around 500 or 700 feet of elevation. I mean, it was ridiculous. We went all the way up there, and then we went all the way back down. We took this huge path. I mean, that took us like 45 minutes. But we went all the way down, all the way to the bottom of another canyon. Hiked around there for a while, and then we started going back up. We took another nice steep hill, and then we went around a mountain, and we finally made it to the campground at like 6:30 at night. It took us 8 hours, that hike. It was brutal. Like, everyone was like, oh my gosh. Literally everyone was about dead. It was terrible. Like, even the leaders that were putting together the trip, like, they're like, wow, this is just awful. Then we went, and everyone went and ate dinner, and I just went to bed because I did not have enough energy to stay up. No. Then the next morning, woke up, yay, more hiking. I started going up the hill. I thought, oh, I think I could do this. But then when I started going up, I was so sore. I was like, oh, it was still bad. We went up this hill. Then we went down to the bottom of a canyon. That took a while. And then we went all the way up. We went, and it was pretty steep. That was actually a really brutal hill. But once we got to the top, we had been hiking for about 70 minutes. We got to the top, 1,602 feet above sea level. It was the airport in the sky, AVX, Catalina's airport. We had a really awesome lunch. The food was like really, really, really good there, actually. I got like a chicken sandwich and a Sprite and an ice cream bar because, I mean, I was ready for it. So I just ate, and it was actually like really, really, really good food. And then we started hiking. We kind of took this trail like around the airport a little bit, and it was kind of downhill, kind of flat. And then we went up. We were on a ridge. We finally got off the loop trail. We started going up a ridge on the we were on the Catalina trail the whole time. Did I mention that? We started going up on this ridge, and then the ridge went downhill for like 5 miles just straight. The ridge didn't even turn, it just went straight downhill for a good 5.5 miles. Like, that's literally how long it was. And yeah, it was like 2 hours of going downhill, and man, it was terrible on my feet, but I would rather do that than go uphill any day. Like, at least I didn't get worn out. We went downhill and downhill and downhill, and I wasn't tired anymore. We got into Little Harbor Camp at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock. I wasn't tired, yay, but I couldn't walk because the blisters. But you know, you have these 40-pound backpacks on, carrying everything you have, and you're stomping as you go downhill, trying to prevent yourself from running and then falling. And in my blister, I couldn't walk. Like, we went to the beach, and I was walking like on the side of my feet, like just walking on the side. It was terrible. Like, it was just horrible. And I put some moleskin on next morning. I could walk, so that was good. So got up. We started going up the Catalina Trail again. We went up this mountain to the top of a ridge, and we went along the ridge for a while. The ridge was pretty. Yeah, the ridge definitely had a lot of uphill. It was like a pretty good inclining ridge. And then eventually we got to this huge mountain. Like, you could see the whole trail, but it was like really, really, really long. That took us like 30 or 45 minutes. Probably 30. I'm going to go with 20 or 30 minutes, actually. But it was just really, really steep. That was a hard hill. And it was like the trail was super narrow. It drops off on both sides. Just hiking up this really steep mountain. And then you get to the top, you turn, and you go down, and then you keep going up steep. But then we got to the peak of the trail, 1,235 from sea level, because we started that day at sea level. We got to the peak. There was like a little bench. We ate lunch, and then we finished off the trail by going down, and then going way up, and then down, and then way up to a radio tower. But then the rest of the trail was downhill. It was nice downhill the whole way down to Two Harbors. We had lunch, real lunch in Two Harbors. We kind of just had a snacky kind of lunch up on the trail. It was kind of weird. But we had lunch in Two Harbors at like 2:30. And then we got our gear hauled to the Two Harbors campsite, 2,000 feet away, but we were like, yeah, we're not carrying our backpacks, just no. So yeah, we got our gear hauled. We got a really, really nice spot, literally like right on the beach. It was really cool, like on this like 10-foot cliff. You just walk down, and we were like in this rocky beach. It was really cool. And then we finally relaxed. We went out to Two Harbors again, and we went to the store and bought sugar. The next day, we stayed at the beach the whole day, ate Haribo gummy bears, and then the next day, Wednesday, we went out to breakfast, and then we took our boat back from Two Harbors back to the mainland. And that was my Catalina trip. The first day was terribly brutal, but this other 2 days, like, there were definitely some tough hills, but they were tolerable at least. So anyways, that's about it. Look forward to Mammoth tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like. If you dislike this video, leave it a like, comment, share everything in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye, bye, bye.